Good morning. Y'all know what day it is. Weigh-in day. But first, is anybody else screaming for a haircut? Listen, I am getting wings. I'm going to be out there flying with the birds for long. I better think of me a little tweeting song. Listen, this back here, I normally get that shaved. It is, it is so long, it's touching me. Can't stand it touching me. The older I get, the shorter my hair gets. First time I cut it short, I had it long up until I had RJ. I mean, it was down to my belly. I had RJ, started chasing him around. It got a little bit shorter, a little bit shorter. I had Holly, got a little bit shorter. And then for long, here we go. So, and then, like, the more it falls out, the better it is short. I need to do my roots, but I have one more application of root erase. If you've never tried that for roots, it's really good. It comes in one little thingy that you mash, and when you mash it, the two things come out together, and you put it in the lid, stir it with the other end of the little brush, paint it on, whatever. You get, well, no more hair than I got, because I have enough to do my roots and then just kind of brush it through the rest to, you know, touch up whatever is spraggling through. And so I get 3 times out of it because it's made to use more than once. So if you hadn't ever tried it, it's a good thing to try, especially now since you can't get to the salon. So it's could be Clairol, don't quote me, but it's root erase. Okay, now let me get my notes. We're going to do a little something different today, but I want to tell you my weigh-in first. Okay, so this week I lost 8.4. I'm telling you, I was fainting. That brings me to, I need somebody to give me a drum roll. This is the most I have lost since I started 2 years ago. I passed a threshold that I have been shooting for forever. I have now lost 41.8. Woohoo! I am so excited. I can't stand it. I want it to hold tight for next week because y'all know, every time I do good like that, the next week I gain. Never fails. So I'm going to try to recreate this week, next week. And that's what I thought we would do different. I thought maybe we will recap my weekly goals. Because you know, last week I did a goal video. Well, I thought maybe this week we'll go back, see what I did, and we see how it played out. Now, I did my goals, I believe it was Sunday. So I didn't get a full week. I had like part of Sunday to, you know, do whatever, and then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, since today starts over. Now, this is what I have done. These notepads, y'all know how old them are, what they used to do the accounting and stuff on. Well, years ago, because that's what Mama did. She worked in accounting. They would throw stuff away up there where she worked all the time. I mean, good stuff. So we had stacks of these, all kind of columns. We used them for stuff all through the years. Well, I still got like maybe 2 pads left, and this was way back in the 70s. Okay, this one's got, I don't know, 5 or 6 pages, but that'll get me a few months. Anyway, that's where them came from. So what I did was, I just put like my days down here, and to make more use of it, since those are big blocks, I just put like 2 days, and then across the top I put my goals. So the first one I put is more protein. Let's see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Hold on, I got to pick that up. Okay, that was a chore. Let me sit it over here. Let me get a little sippy sip of coffee. It's a little chilly out here this morning. The sun is shining though, so it'll be. I think tomorrow night it's supposed to get down in the 30s. And the mountains, they had snow. One of the ski mountains had snow yesterday, and they're talking about snow for the other part of the mountains tomorrow. So weird, crazy weather. So the protein, I did good on that. I had chicken, pork chop that I had grilled on my little grill that I'm gonna go ahead and eat now, instead of waiting for surgery, whenever that might be. And then I made some hamburger patties, so I've been having those. Okay, more water and tea. Let's see. Yeah, Wednesday. I forgot to put my little check there. I've actually been doing that too. I've been drinking in between coffees a water or a tea. Sometimes the full glass or whatever, and then sometimes, kind of, but I have been drinking more. So I'm counting that a win. Okay, now this column, it started out with, that is way over on that road. This column started out due to Zoom with Denise a week. I tried it 2 times and I just can't do it. Not because I'm lazy or I get winded or anything, but just that movement starts pinching down my back and legs. So I'm not going to aggravate that anymore. So I just whited out the Zoom and I just made that tracking my weight column on the last day. Then my chair exercise twice a week, didn't do at all. Didn't even attempt to do. Didn't even think about it. Didn't even cross my mind. Even though at the end of the night when I made sure everything was checked off, I just had to put a little, because I didn't do it. So I got to work on that. Stay in my points. Now, I got it right there. We'll go over my tracker in a minute. So I went over, I got 46 weekly points. And like I told you, no dailies on Simply Feeling, only weeklies. Okay, well, when I weighed in this morning, it snatched away 4 of my weeklies. So starting today, I only get 42, which means I'm going to have to work 4 points harder. This week, I went over by 27, and I had 2 big meals instead of just 1, or I wouldn't have been over that much. And when we get to my food tracker, we'll talk about that. So I did go over 27, but last week I was over probably 40, maybe. I can't remember, but because I didn't, I think I do have it in my tracker. Anyway, it was a lot. And then track. Every day I have tracked everything I've eaten. I have written it down. So I'm very proud of that. That little notebook has helped a lot, because when I get over there, I'm like, okay, what did I eat? I can go back to the table and I can see in my little notebook. Okay, the journal times 2 a week. I only did it that first day, and I have not gotten around to it. That is another thing I'm going to start doing in my tracker. Right now, I only track my food, but I'm going to track my day. So like yesterday, I did grocery shopping that I actually went to the store to do. And between driving and walking, which takes me a while, I was busy about all day. That took up a lot of my time, and I need to put that down. That could have been, well, I know for a fact yesterday that's what hindered me, because I was tired afterwards and I didn't feel like journaling. I didn't feel like doing anything. So I'm going to start keeping track of that to not only gauge what I eat, but to gauge, like, okay, are you just being lazy? Were you really having something to do? That kind of thing. Then busy hands, count that one off. Didn't do anything. But I had ordered, well, here comes the music. I think that might have been Mr. the other morning. Busy hands. I ordered a little lamp, cool little lamp. Just runs on batteries, or you can plug it into a USB, which I don't have over here at my chair. But I have a hard time seeing with my little lamp on the part that I'm on now, the stems and leaves on the embroidery, I'm having a hard time seeing it, and so it's like coloring outside the lines. It is a good thing those things soak off because I'm all outside the lines. Well, anyway, this little lamp, it's just a little, I should have brought it and showed it to you. Anyway, the little arm flips up and it's got like 3 settings, and the brightest setting, I put it over there. Oh my gosh, I can see everything. So I was waiting on that before I sit down to do it. Every time I try to come out here, the wind has been blowing like crazy. It's not now, which I could sit here and do it now if I wanted to. But I did just get that a couple days ago, so I'm going to give myself a pass on that. I could have done some color or something else, but that's another thing. I need some light to see better. So I'm going to try to get better with that now that I got something I can see better. And then I'm trying to read 1 chapter a day. I didn't do that either. I read my 2 chapters that first full day, and I have not picked it back up since, so I've got to work on that. The food and the tracking and the drinking, I'm getting that, but it's the doing things that I'm having trouble with. I get over there and I sit down, and then I'm just like, it's like, it sounds crazy, but it's like pulling teeth to try to do an activity. So I've really got to work on that. Now let me get my tracker. I don't drop everything. I was going to tell you, I wrote down so I wouldn't forget. This morning, I had to run to the grocery. After all that shopping yesterday, I let myself run out of coffee creamer. Not an option. Hold on. I need my coffee this morning. And so I run down the food line. Well, I just did my laundry this morning too. Fresh out of the dryer, blue jeans. And guess what? They're loose like I had done worn them 2 days. Because I don't wash my jeans every time I wear them. Because they don't get dirty. So, I'll wear them several times before I ever throw them in the wash. And this morning I put them on. I've still got them on sitting out here. Just as loose as if I've been wearing them 2 days. That is huge. Let's see. What else was I going to tell you? I think I told you about the points and then my jeans. So I got on a little. We started my week on last Thursday. Well, I did not do my goals until Sunday. So as far as the protein part, I wasn't careful of until then. But the tracking part, even though that wasn't a goal outspoken, I still tracked everything, even starting then, because in my mind I was like, you're gonna track this week. Okay, so Thursday I had 3 points, and this is just 46 of the weeklies. So last Thursday I had 3 points, and I'm looking through there, and I did not have a lot of my carbs, my breads that are simply filling, oatmeal, those things. I didn't have a lot of that day. My points was my sugar-free chocolate pudding that I love, and some breaded okra, and I kept my serving down to only have 2 points. Then Friday I had 6 points, and this is when I got some Built Bars. So 2 of our moderators on our Facebook group, Michelle and Jessica, were sweet enough to send me some of theirs. Flavors I have not tried. Okay, so I buy groceries, household things, whatever. But when it comes to Built Bars, to me, that's a splurge because I don't need it. I want it. So I'm like, well, I can't afford Built Bars at this time. Hadn't had them in months when I run out. I have not had them in months. So they were sweet enough to send me some. And then Michelle, she helped me get a box. She like when they had that special, she bought a full box and then let me have a box on the discount. That is so sweet. It is good to have good friends. So that started the Built Bar attack for the week because I kept wanting to try this flavor and that flavor. And a couple days, me and Holly split one because she wants to try them too. She likes them too. So I had another pudding that day and a Built Bar. So that was my points. It was something else. Oh, a twice baked potato. Yeah, that's my 6. And those ones that I did on my freezer potato plan, we had our last pack of the twice baked potatoes. Then Saturday is my special day, my splurge day, my points day. That's where I eat the bulk of my points. So I had 18 points that day. What we had was hamburgers, and I got the 80-20 because I just, if I eat a hamburger for just a regular meal throughout the week, I'll get the higher lean meat. But when I just want a real good splurgy burger, I want my 80-20 because that's my favorite. And then so just that whole meal with that and the onion patties, I had made the pineapple cheesecake yogurt dessert. I did a video on those. Oh my gosh, it's delicious. David, he adores it. he talks about it. He's like, oh my gosh, I think it's so good. It's so good. You would be surprised, literally, to know that it is Greek yogurt. You need to, I'm going to try to link that video. Okay, editor, put a card up there. If you have not watched my Greek yogurt and pudding video, you need to, because there's some really good desserts on there. And it was 4 points, so it is a good sized bowl. Pineapple and the pudding and graham crackers, very good. So that was 18 points that day. Okay, Sunday, I ended up 14 points. So I was still had 19 points left, right? So I had just some things, nothing special, just like chicken tenders had points, some macaroni and cheese had points. So just a regular meal, but it had points. It was not as much simply filling foods at supper as could be. But I still had 19 left, so we're doing good, right? Okay, Monday, I only had 2 points. How does that work? If I had 19 and I only ate 2, and I got 5 left. I better redo some math. How did I go from having... Oh, no. I had 19. After my 18-point dinner, I had 19, and then I ate 14 of that. Okay, I'll start the same. I was some bad math. So, come Monday, I still had 5 on the table. Well, I only ate 2, and that 2 was half of a Built Bar. That was the only thing that I ate. The rest of the day was pure, simply filling foods. Okay, so that takes me into Monday, takes me into Tuesday with 3 points. Okay, so that gives me 2 days left before it rolls over with 3 points. I told my husband, I'm like, I ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it. Okay, I didn't make it, obviously. So I had 8 points Tuesday. I had another pudding. Let's see. I made a new chicken dinner, and it had some balsamic glaze on it. That was a couple points. And then earlier in the day, I split a half a Built Bar with Holly. And then before I went to bed, I had another Built Bar. They're sitting over there calling my name. I got to ease up on them. Even though I still lost 8 pounds, I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to push it. So that put me 5 in the hole into Wednesday, which was my last day. Okay, Wednesday, I'm at the store yesterday, and David calls me. He goes, get some Drano while you're out. Sink's clogged up again. We have got something wrong with our kitchen sink that it just keeps stopping up on us. Last time, he snaked it. He's got a 25-foot pipe snake. He hit something at the very end. The very end. And he pulled some little things out. Well, it eventually cleared up. We've been doing good. Well, a couple days ago, it started draining slow. And I'm like, oh, here we go again. So sure enough, it clogged up. So he's got to come home this morning, snake it again, and if he can't reach it, we'll have to call a plumber. then let me tell you, if you saw my video when we had that disaster up under the house, when the water tank went out, water heater went out and made the big explosion of water, we're not calling him after he charged us $1,000 for a little hot water heater. It took him 3 hours to put in. No, so I've got to find a new plumber. Anyway, I've got a pile of dishes on my counter beside the sink. Can't use the sink. Obviously, I'm not going to cook and make a bunch of mess without water. So I went to KFC. Now, I don't get their grilled chicken, because when you get their grilled chicken, you get the littlest, scrawniest pieces you ever seen. And the last time we got it, they come off of baby chickens, I'm telling you. I said, I'll never get that again. Well, I like the extra crispy. That's what I always get. We get half and half, extra crispy and original for him. But I opted for the original, save points there. And I thought, well, I can pull the skin off, but I just didn't feel like it. I did not feel like it. So I just had a very modest supper, not like I used to eat. I bet I used to eat, oh my gosh, 70, 80 points. I don't know, the way I used to eat KFC. I just had a leg and a thigh, helping of mashed potatoes and gravy, and a biscuit, and that's all I had. So that right there alone was 19 points. That's what threw me over. Then, yeah, that was the only thing I had yesterday that had, no, there's that other Built that other Built bar late last night, because I ate early. I had went to get it early to try to beat the crowd, and it sat over there for an hour and a half before I finally gave in. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm starving. So that ended me up with 76 points for the week. That can't be right, because 76 minus 46 is 30. Well, I wrote that down wrong, but I did the math. I had Alexa do the math, and that does make me 27 in the hole, which is much better than last week. So, if I did not bore you to death and you're still with me, I'm starting today out with 42 points. So that is my recap of the week. That is enough. I think I about bored myself. I'm gonna have to go in here and take a nap. Which that ain't no problem. So, all right. I'll talk to you later.